Yoga Bharati has convened for all of us. Before we begin, before I go on, let me just set a reminder to all of you all, mute your audios and your videos. And if there are any questions that you need to ask, you can type it in the chat box, and that will be answered at the end of the session, or if time permits, and if not, we'll take up the questions at some other session of Yoga Bharati. We will begin with the prayer. So all of you please settle down. Sit in any comfortable posture. Head, neck and spine aligned. Gently close your eyes if possible. If your posture permits, bring your hands in a Namaskara Mudra. Bring your awareness to your breath. Just observing your inhalation and exhalation for a few rounds. Since all of you are muted, you all can chant along with me. We begin with the Omkara and the Sahanavavatu prayer. Om. Sahanavavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namaste. Teaching, it is said, is a profession that creates all other professions. Today, on this special occasion of Teachers' Day, with a salute and a tribute to, first of all, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, who did not want to celebrate his birthday as a birthday, but wanted it to honor the teachers all over. So we have the birth of the Teachers' Day. My salutations to Raghuramji, to Dr.Shamantakamani, and all my gurus. I'm super excited today to introduce to you. Here I am Dr. Subha. I am part of Yoga Bharati, one of the faculty members of Yoga Bharati. I'm an Ayurvedic professional. And here at Yoga Bharati, we've thought today, on this occasion, why not pay a tribute to an awesome, amazing, and wonderful lady who has inspired all of us and who is dear to us. To each and every one from Yoga Bharati acknowledges her with fond and due respect. I would like to say that if it is said that if your actions inspire others to learn more, to dream more, to become more, then you are a teacher. So I would like on this special occasion of Teachers' Day to welcome our guest for this evening, Dr. Shamantakamani Narendran, and also our co-host, Raghuramji. A warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
A brief introduction of this amazing lady. After completing her MBBS from the Mysore University in 1955, Dr. Shamantakamani Narendran went on to get her postgraduate diploma in child health from the Royal College of London, UK. She worked in various hospitals in UK before returning home in 1961. She further pursued and got an MD in pediatrics from Karnataka University in 1967. She was elected the Fellow of Indian Academy of Medical Specialties in 1985. While practicing pediatrics, she took the opportunity to get an MA in Kannada from the Mysore University. Her thirst for knowledge did not end here. Her interest in spiritual learning led her to do a philosophy, and the philosophy of yoga got her a master of philosophy from Bangalore University in 1997. She then went on to do her journalism from Mysore University. She is the recipient of the H.C. Kincha Memorial Gold Medal. At the age of 75, she took her PhD in yoga science for her thesis work on efficacy of integrated approach of yoga on the outcome of pregnancy from the Bangalore University in 2006. Mind you, she was one of the first women to get this award and to get this degree from the Bangalore University. She was consulting at the Republic Hospital, Bangalore for over 25 years and Gunashila Surgical and Maternity Hospital for over 30 years. She is the advisory member of Yoga Bharati, and this is just about her academic accolades. In Kannada, it is said, Murti chikkadadru kirti doddu anta. This is what I would like to say about this amazing lady. She's an exemplary human being who has the twinkle of childlike joy in her eyes, a shy smile of a teenager, fun-loving, and a beautiful lady inside and outside. She has the experiential knowledge to inspire each and every one of us with her wisdom. And so today, we get to converse with this wonderful person, a few glimpses of her life. Let's see what she has to say. A warm welcome, Dr. Shama, as we fondly call her. Good evening, ma'am, and I'm sure all of you are as excited as I am to hear her, what she has to say about her journey in life. Ma'am, there's so many, we've known so many of your academic pursuits and everything. Could you just tell us a little bit about your childhood, your growing up years? What inspired you to become a doctor?
Thank you, Subha, for giving such a beautiful introduction about me. Maybe I don't deserve it so much, but I will try. Now, I will start with the small prayer. Omkar Panjara Shukyam Upanishadudhyana Keli Kadakatim Agam Vipin Mayuri Arya, Arya, Antarvibhavye Gauri Ajam Nirvikalpam Nirakaramekam Niranandmanandam Advaita Gulam Param Nirgunam Param Nirgunam Nirvishesham Parabrahmarupam Ganesham Bhaje Parabrahmarupam Ganesham Bhaje I would like to thank the Yoga Bharati young teachers who have invited me with such love and respect. I don't know how to thank you. Words are too poor to thank you. At this juncture, I would like to start giving pranams to Satnarayan Shastri ji, who, gave us all the Shastras in such a beautiful way, so scientific, Every Upanishad he could ask us questions, inquire, I will answer. And it was always so scientific. The analysis of every Shastra. He knew so much about all the Upanishads. So today, with all the pranams to Shastriji, I would like to say a few things about myself, what you have asked me. Now, my childhood days, I come from a pious family, God-fearing family, and my mother used to play Veena very well, and she always had Tulasi Ramayana, Ramacharitamanasa, always with her. Not that she was very educated, but she knew so much about all our scriptures. And my father also so fond of, those days we were devotees of Prabha Krishna. We had all the pictures and photos of Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Sharadamani. More than all of the deities, we had pictures of Vivekananda. So from the beginning, I think my genes were towards spirituality. And because my father was an assistant commissioner in the government of Mysore, those days it was Mysore state, not Karnataka. And my father was an assistant commissioner in the royal palace of Maharajas. So we were very fortunate. We could go and see the throne and all the palace all the time. And we were so inspired by Jai Chamarajendra Wadiyar. He was a connoisseur of music. He was a great, great musician himself. He knew so much about all the, Tyagarajas and Shama Shastris, all the trinities. And he himself composed many kirtanas, and I learned all the kirtanas when I was young. One Astan Vidwan, Dr.Shamantakamani, I cannot forget him. He put me into the music environment. He was not only just a teacher of music, but he could teach us so many things about life, though I was very young at that time. So this is my first teacher when I was young. And then, of course, as I grew older, I used to sing a lot of Bhavagits. I could meet so many of the poets of Mysore state, all the Rashtra Kavis, Kuvempu, Shudraprabha, and Puti Narasimha, so many Vendre. I was always, singing their Bhavagits, and probably that influenced me so much. I used to go to the All India Radio, sing very well. Those days it was no recording, Baba. We had to go there and give live programs. It was so beautiful, and it taught me punctuality at a very young stage. And then, so Kirtanas, I learned, and Padmacharan, who was my teacher, who taught me all the Bhavagits, he is my second teacher. And then the dramas, I used to act like, like a professional. The most important thing that I always remember is Kissa Gautami. Bhagavan Buddha, how he taught Kissa Gautami, the lessons of life. All of you know. It is a Gita Nataka. And if I can just sing 2 lines.
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Yaru Puttaru Adanu, Yaro Pundaru Adanu, Yaro Puttaru Adanu, Yaro Pundaru Adanu, Adakeke Ahidgu, Eke Kuggu, Kanasigadalare. ಶವವ ಮರೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಲಿ ಕನಸ ಮರೆಯುವೆ ತಂದೆ ಕನಸ ಮರೆಯುವೆ ತಂದೆ ಕನಸ ಮರೆಯುವೆ ತಂದೆ. When I played that role of Kissa Gautami in Maharaja's College, everybody cried. Everybody wept in the audience. Though I didn't know at that time a lot of suffering in life, I could act, like that I acted as a Narada. Always they said, you call Shamantaka, she will act like Narada with a small tamburi. Oh, it was really, really so blissful. And I also acted in a tragic drama, Duranta Nataka. Noor Jahan, like that, Kailasam Natakas and all that. So from my young days, music and drama. I never thought that I'd become a doctor, Subha. But
ma'am, it is amazing that you have been surrounded and nourished with Indian culture, so much so. But how is it that, when at that time, I'm sure girls were not encouraged to study more or to pursue a formal education.
True.
How is it that you went on to do a medical degree?
My mother was very broad-minded. She said, you must become a doctor. Though she was so religious, going to Ramakrishna mutts and all that, and bringing all the monks from Belur Mutt and serving them. And we were asked to serve them. And that culture was with me. But she said, at that time, she said, you must become a doctor. I laughed. Can I see blood? Can I cut, the dead bodies? No, no. But my father said, no, you listen to your mother. You apply, and God's gift. I applied and I got the medical seat. Those days it was only one medical college, not like, now every lane has got a medical college.
Yes.
Our medical college was known for its, everything, integrity, intelligence, the teachers of the medical college. We were so fortunate. Of course, in the beginning, I didn't like anatomy and physiology. I joined. I used to, you won't believe me, I used to jump out of the window when I was asked to cut the dead body. Just when the teacher won, Dr. Apache, I have to thank him. I have to remember him at every stage. He found out that I used to jump out of the window and get away from the whole theater where we had to dissect the dead bodies, find out our body is a temple of surprises. He used to teach us so beautifully. If we didn't get one nerve properly, he used to say, search somewhere else. Your body is not just one, everything is on a systematic way. No, it can be so different. But still, one day when I went away, he caught me red-handed, and then he taught me so much. He said, your parents have sent you to become a doctor. Don't run away. Don't run away. You will learn. It's a greatest gift. Not everybody can become a doctor. You will see that you will like the subjects. I will teach you anatomy. And then from then onwards, I never turned back. I became a good doctor. And each patient showed me the way.
In each, I'm sure all of us and all your patients are in return thankful to Dr. Thimmappa, because he has brought you into this profession and we are all enriched by that, all of us. So you went on to get your DCH from London.
Yes.
So when you moved to London, did you feel any cultural and emotional shock? Because as we all know, this was the era pre-Google Guru, and there was no Google Guru to guide you, and there was no internet. So there must have been a vast difference between education here in India and the rich cultural background that you've been, opened up to, and the education there. Did you face any difficulties then?
I became very, very homesick. Even now I feel, oh God, if I can touch you people, hug you people, thank you, and look at your eyes, use all my, Jnanendriyas, how much God has given, and now this virtual meeting, oh God, what a difference, but yet there are so many positive things in a virtual meeting, in a technology world, especially in medical field. Technology has helped doctors enormously. And now you are all so fortunate. The other day you had a big Mela, education Mela fair, where you could see every aspect of our education. Even if you had gone personally there, even by the time you finished one aspect, you would have been thrown out. Here in this beautiful, beautiful atmosphere, you could go and see everything. You are very fortunate. I wish I were 50 years younger. I
Ma'am,
would learn.
age is just a number.
I know, I still want to learn. So what I would ask my parents, I said, at that time, though they said, ladies, you are going alone, how can you go? Will you be okay? But my mother gave me all the courage. Go, go. You take risks to achieve your goal. She was an amazing, so courageous. Because I was born in Kumsi, near Shimoga. It's always raining and wild animals around, huge serpents and snakes in the room. But she was so courageous. She used to have all of us around her play the veena and teach us all the bhajans. And even today I can sing those bhajans so clearly. Okay, where was I? So I listened
You
to
were
my...
about your DCH in London. Did
Yeah,
that inspire you
and
to do something about in pediatrics?
it is a diploma in child health.
Yes.
Already I had seen lot of suffering in children here. That's why we always advise doctors who want to go abroad and practice, please practice here for at least 1 or 2 years. Then we will know our Indian conditions. We will know our children, how poor they are. Even today, lot of superstitions in Hubballi and Dhava and other places, they used to, brand their children. I believe if you brand them with a, burnt seed, they won't get convulsions. Look at the way they think. Even today, and giving breast milk was something beyond their comprehension. So I always thought, oh, I must do some pediatrics. At that time, there was no child specialty. No, in fact, pediatrics was not there. A physician used to see the children. So I made up my mind. I must do at least a diploma here, go back, and then do my master's MD degree. I got it. I had to do hard work, but my teacher, one Dr. Desai, very strict teacher, at every stage he used to tell us how to examine a child. We were very good clinicians. You touch, you feel, you observe, you will learn so many things. Not like now. You will get everything on the screen. When I went to America, there even the smallest little fetus is brought to the bigger hospital in a helicopter, and by the time it lands in the big hospital, all the 8 special doctors are there, and all the parameters are already there. It is wonderful that they, respect life, even at 900 grams at birth, the most premature baby. I saw it. I saw those, marked advances. And today, even in India, we are doing all that. So that's how I became a pediatrician. And when I came back, my only thought was how to improve them, how to take away their superstitions, their poverty, their ideas about nutrition. Oh God, it was all cockroaches were coming when we used to examine them. Such ignorance, such poverty. So at that time, I did I concentrated so much on human suffering, the various disorders, various diseases. And I can honestly say, I was a good doctor. I was a good pediatrician.
I'm
Then I
sure
looked
you.
on
I'm sure,
unique
ma'am. I
objects.
don't have any doubt about that because I'm sure that rich spiritual upbringing that you had, that solid foundation from your mother and father about values, that would have definitely goaded you on to take up a very good professional stance too. And we see that
True.
you have a wonderful, professional degree of a pediatric degree. And at the other end of the spectrum, we see an MA in Kannada journalism. It is like, yes, I can now relate to that because of your, uh, upbringing that you said was at the Asthan Vidwan, and therefore you had these. So these two, there are two ends of a spectrum. So now, can you just tell me
Yeah.
how you fit in these two in your wonderful family life? A little bit about your family life. What is
Yeah.
the bridge that how was the
My
balance?
husband, yeah, my husband was a great surgeon. He worked in Kidwai Memorial Hospital and a great teacher. Even today, when I meet his students and colleagues, they say, we learned the surgical procedure from Narendra. He was a brilliant man. I lost him in uh, uh, 89, and that was the turning point. I lost all the support, all the encouragement from him. He always used to say, your profession is okay, but you must learn all other, other things, especially spiritual shastras, because he came from a family. His father was an educationist, and
Okay.
Lakshmana Swami Mudaliar, he was a great educationist. Ramaswamy Mudaliar, he was the Divan of Mysore. So we had that environment. We always say a person's personality is 50% heredity, 50% environment.
Yes.
How true it is, We we are given the freedom to choose a proper environment. So that I was very, very fortunate. Um, I did
Good.
my master's in Kannada, and then because I wanted to do more about Kannada literature, because I used to sing Bhavgit so beautifully. I gave a lot of performances everywhere. So I said, no, just interacting with the poets is not enough. You must know Mimamsa, you must know Shastranas. So at that time, even today, if somebody wants to learn, there are open universities, and you will get a beautiful study material. Some of my patients who came to me, they were saying, you are so fond of Kannada, why don't you do the masters in Mysore? At that time, then I decided. After all, I had time. So I didn't ignore my profession, my patients, in fact, I gave them more time. And then once I learned more Kannada, I could, imagine their culture and their environment much more than what I did before. And then after about 5 years, it went on, it was an addiction to me. I thought it was so easy getting the study material and just go for a contact program and then go to the exam. Oh God, it became an addiction. And I got my master's in philosophy. And then I started publishing books. I used to give articles in all the important magazines and Times of India and all that. So I said, oh, if you want to be good, if you want to be excellent in what you do, you must know the knowledge about it. So I went to Mysore, got my diploma in journalism, and that helped me quite a lot.
Knowledge is the weapon that you use, no, madam.
And
Yes. So you said
so
Dr. Narendran also gave you a spiritual, background and cushioning. So you also pursued, you got your PhD in yoga at the age of 75. So in the field that you, what led you, or what, motivated you? I know that you've now already spoken that you've had a background of spirituality, flowing all around you. So I'm sure it was just a natural transgression for you to move towards yoga, right?
I think so. Yeah. Because I too was in touch with all the monks, and I have listened to great masters like Chinmayananda Swamiji, Dayananda Saraswati, Swami Rama. Such spiritual masters, you have to get inspired. There is no other way. We saw when I started in '89, there was an advertisement, yoga therapy for doctors only.
Okay.
So I jumped at it. It was near to my place. And behold, Dr. Nagendraji, Dr. Nagaratna, Dr. Raghuramji, oh, you name, they were all with us, teaching us. Though we were doctors, that was completely aside. Of course, yoga therapy means you must know the anatomy, you must know the physiology, you must know the basic aspects of your body. So it was a great help to us. And within 6 months, it motivated us. It motivated me that I should explore more. And I used to go to Prashanti, and they all encouraged me, why don't you do your PhD? I said, will I be able to do it? Oh, Nagendraji, he said, he used to introduce me to everybody. She's my youngest student. Oh God, how happy I used to feel. I learned so much from Nagendraji, especially the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upeksha, Sukha, Dukha, Punya, Apunya, Vishayanam, Bhavana, Chitta Prasadanam. Oh, I loved that. And of course, Nagaratnaji, she is a doctor. She taught us so many things, how to combine the best of the East with the best of the West. And her speeches on stress and speed, we can never forget, all of us, we students. And then Raghuramji, Narada Bhakti Sutra, he's there, he may laugh. He also used to, teach us, Yellabdva, Puman, Siddho Bhavati, Amrito Bhavati, Trupto Bhavati. I learned so many things, and the more I read, the more I wanted to know. That was the journey. And PhD at that time from Bangalore University. Ours was the first batch, and Nagendraji and Nagaratnaji worked so hard to get that division of yoga in Bangalore University. It was not there. So all my pranams go to the great teachers, Nagendraji, Nagatna, Raghuramji. I can go on mentioning.
Madam Raghuramji is here. So you've spoken about him as a teacher. Now let's see what Raghuramji has to say a little bit about you as his student. Sir, can you just enlighten all of us?
Yeah. I would love to hear him.
Raghuramji?
Thank you, Shobha. And it is so wonderful. First of all, welcome everybody on this Teachers' Day. Such a wonderful institute. I don't think that there can be any other incident which can be so wonderful, apt for a teacher, for a person like Shama Madam to be here with us. Yes, when she was talking about all that learning that she was doing, and then actually it was not that she was doing, we were all learning together, though we were somebody sitting at the teacher's seat and then all that. I quote that incident that what she talked about Narada Bhakti Sutra. You can't believe that because we can get that kind of an atmosphere anywhere else, anytime. Early morning, 5 o'clock, you can just imagine everybody, we have gone to her house, and it is her house, and then beautiful garden in front of it. It was absolutely like a Gurukul. And then present vice chancellor, present registrar, vice chancellor of Vyasa and all that. We are all students. And then we were sitting together under the twilight, such a beautiful light, learning about Narada Bhakti Sutra, 2 hours of class in the morning. What that sutra that she said, we were just immersed in those sutras. It was not like a class, but it was like an absolute wonderful Gurukul. And that atmosphere was provided by Shama Madam. And that was something which was unbelievable, unforgettable. In fact, anytime we come together, any of us of this batch, we immediately recollect her house and where we have done it. And that was, of course, much later. But before that, when Vyasa was a very small, little tiny organization, we were about 10 people, 15 people together. And then for everything, we were there. Like, for example, for putting the mat and getting the water supply, cooking food, and all that. Shama was there always with us in all activities. When we were singing bhajan, she was part of us. Any program, she would sing the beginning song. And then she would also still wait till the last. And then when we were going at that time, she would go. What a wonderful dedication that she had. Today, if she has become such an expert, of course, like the way that she put her effort in the medical field to become an expert in medicine, same way she put so much of an effort, like staying in a Gurukul, like doing every part of work activity she had taken up. She has done for yoga. That's why I feel that we have here with us not only a 90-year young person, energetic person, as you said, she's inspiration for everybody. She's a great medical doctor, and she's a very great yoga student and teacher. And so it's very rare to have somebody like that who inspires in life and to see that what we can do in life. Such an example that she created. And you know what? Basically, her devotion for Nagendra, Nagaratna, and myself and all that is the one that now she's so closely associated with Yoga Bharati. See, even the youngest person, see, now that she said she did the medical school in 1955, and I don't know, many people would not have even born at that time. And such a teacher that we have with us. And, you know, look at her memory, that whatever that she learned at the Mysore Maharaja time, Jaichama Rajendra Vadiyar, she recollects those songs and verses even till today. Amazing. I don't think anybody can be of that.
It's really amazing.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate to have her with us.
Sir, if I may, I just want to, when you say this about amazing and about how focused and how intelligent she is, I just remember this, that once Martina Navratilova, the Wimbledon champion, Wimbledon champion, was asked how she could be so focused, so fitness, you know, her physique, how she can maintain her focus, maintain her physique, and play such a good game at the age of 43. So she simply, quietly just looked at the person and replied, "The ball does not know how old I am."
Wow.
So this is exactly what age is no bar. Don't stop yourself from learning. That is what Shama ma'am inspires us at 90.
So we have a Martina Navratilova in our group. Huh?
Yes, we have somebody even much more amazing than Martina Navratilova.
Right. Lovely. Thank you so much. And continue, please, with your discussion.
One thing I must say, you know, the prenatal education starts in the womb. The genesis of education is in the womb. Genesis of health is in the womb. And we were so fortunate when I did that research yoga and pregnancy, we could see the beautiful transformation that the pregnant women went through. And the babies, after they were born, oh, when you touch the babies, it is like touching God. I always used to tell Shastriji, I know what real happiness is. You know, people used to say, happiness is like a butterfly. If you chase it, it will run away. But if you grow flowers around you, it will come and sit on your shoulder. Isn't that beautiful? Like that, when we used to examine our nothing else. But we used to be so happy, and that sense of achievement. God gave me that gift. I don't know. These are all predestined, they say. Who becomes a doctor, who doesn't become a doctor. And so fortunate, even today, my philosophy is till the last breath, you understand your shastras, assimilate them, the Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. It is not for moksha. It is just to understand yourself and, be a good human being.
Very well said, madam. It was such a
Very
wonderful
well said.
statement. We're very happy.
In a nutshell, madam has explained what spirituality actually means.
Right.
In a nutshell, ma'am, you have explained what spirituality actually means. So Raghuramji has told us about your association with Yoga Bharati. Ma'am, can you enlighten us about why you chose Yoga Bharati?
Because of Raghuramji and because of yourself and so many young people. And maybe that is also, God's grace. I couldn't go to Prashant. It was too difficult. And then you used to call me for all the lectures. Oh, I enjoyed them. Though I knew I could not compete with Raghuramji, compete with all you young teachers. But I loved to come there. And you have loved me so much. You have respected me so much. I don't know how to, words are too poor to thank you. My only message now to young children who are watching me today, please, it's just collecting information is not education. Human excellence is education, as Swami Vivekananda used to say. You be a karma yogi. You have all your imagine. Corona epidemic has given this time. It has got its positive side also. But please, that yama that we are taught from our younger days, follow them. Satya, ahimsa, asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya, and then swacha, santosha. Be contented with what you have. But I always believe silence is the source of creativity. If you are silent and go inside, what is the relationship between the world and the Creator? Between me and the and world. If you can know that, you have reached that superior state. So please have gratitude to your parents, to your teachers. Be very respectful to them. The convocation address that in Taittiriya Upanishad that you have learned, Matubhava, Matrudevo, Pitrudevo, Achadevo, Athidevo. Please follow all our rishis, your encyclopedias may not go like our books. It's only information. So please respect your teachers. Let them unfold your potential. You have so much potential. We are hardly using 8% of our potential. There's so much in us. All systems that you can make use of it. Just follow yoga, pranayama, and you are so lucky to have teachers like, all your Bharati teachers. You such can come to you. So my only message to youngsters here, please practice yoga, the concept of yoga. Keep fit and mentally, physically, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. Spirituality must be there to make us complete.
Yes, ma'am. I just remember a quote that Barack Obama has said, education is not a name of any degree or certificate that can be shown to others as proof. Education is the name of our attitude, our actions, language, and behavior with others in real life. And you personify that. I'm really, really happy and glad and honored that we've had this 1 hour of wonderful conversation with insights into the wonderful woman that you are. We have just a few minutes if there are any questions or that we can take up.
Hi, Shubha. Mr.
Yes.
Dr. Shama ma'am's son has joined and he wants to speak a few words, it seems. And
Yes.
I think his name is Dr. Nareen, looks like.
Come online. Yes. Welcome, Dr. Nareen.
If you come online, we will know where you are, sir, and then we could.
Yes. I would like to make him a co-host, but I would like to know his ID. I'm not clear as to which is his ID or which phone is his.
I see Nareen 6.
You have to unmute him, Vidya.
I'm doing it right away. I'm doing it right away. Just a minute. Hold on.
I think you did.
I did? Okay. Okay.
Welcome, Dr. Nareen, and we are eager to hear from you about your mother.
Could you please enable your video, Dr. Nareen?
I probably not. I will not do that because I'm just still in bed. I'm waking up. But let me, I have heard her speak and I tried to type in as much as I could.
Yes,
about my mother.
Messages.
Yeah. So, I mean, she didn't,
Hello? So we've lost your audio?
no, I'm taking a pause. It's.
Okay.
Keep continuing. I'll join. Keep talking. You keep asking us something else. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just wanting to know if we can answer a few questions for which Shama ma'am has. I hope her connectivity is better now. Prabha?
I was just wondering, Shama ma'am, which was your favorite restaurant when you were growing up in Bangalore?
Shama ma'am?
Which was your favorite spot to have hot dosa in Bangalore long time ago? I was just wondering.
Hot dosa. Yeah. So to the canteen next to our medical college. We had very good time in the college and in the hostel. We were treated so beautifully. We had sports. We had everything needs. What else can I say? My son, he has got an award, the best teacher He works in the Children's Medical Center and the Cincinnati University. His father would have been very proud of him. He has proved himself.
I'm sure
Can you come?
that. Hello? Ma'am, your audio is not very clear.
Not there.
Shama ma'am, could you please disable your video and enable your audio alone so that there will not be any connectivity issue?
I will unmute.
No,
Yes,
let the
ma'am.
audio be on and stop the video. Because there is some bandwidth issue at your end.
Now can you speak, Shama ma'am? Let us see how your voice is now.
I think she probably muted herself.
Oh.
So, no, she is fine. She has, I just checked. She has unmuted. Yeah, sorry, she has unmuted. Yes.
Dr. Naren, would you like to speak?
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. I'm so many miles away, and that I could join this meeting and hear her speak. And just wanted to say, it's just, I can't believe her enthusiasm and drive to continue to pursue her interests and do all this. I'm less than 60, but I am saying I need to retire. I need to take, relax and take, a back step in my career. But she would not. I mean, she's, yesterday I tried to speak to her and she says, I'm busy now because I'm preparing for a talk that I'm supposed to give tomorrow. I mean, that's unbelievable. And that drive and enthusiasm is very hard. And she lives independently. She lives alone. There's nobody else. I'm the only child. And I think my cousin is online. I think Shubha, are you on? If you are, you can say something. And she lives in Delhi and she has nobody else living with her. And we have a few helpers at home, but that's amazing. She lives by herself, continues to pursue whatever she wants to do, and is physically fit. I see her, like she gets up in the morning, does yoga even now. And I, can't even get up and run every day in the morning. I think, find some excuse not to do it. But she continues to do it, continues to practice her music, and it's just unbelievable. And it's amazing that at 90 she can do that. And I just wanted all of you to wish her at the end because she turns 90 next Wednesday.
Oh, that's really awesome. Her enthusiasm is really infective. Every time she comes to the center, all of us automatically are spruced up, all of us. Any more questions? Or does anybody want to speak? Prabha? I've had someone asking for.
I don't see anyone asking any questions.
No, somebody has raised their hand, and I would like to know which one is it. Yeah, I don't know whom to unmute. Sorry, give permission to speak.
Yeah, I think it's Dr. Naren's cousin. So maybe you should.
I think
there is one request coming in that since Shama ma'am's birthday is coming next week, let's all towards the end of the session chant Mrityunjaya mantra together. So towards the end.
Okay. Prabha, have you unmuted her? She's Shubha Krishnan.
I have no idea. She has not sent me a message.
She's on an iPhone.
iPhone. Yeah, I'm. Yeah. Can you please try? Yeah.
I think I have got unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I'm, Shama's niece. So she's my mother's sister, 10 years older than my mother. And she is one person who has played a huge influence on my life. From the time I was very young, I would go to Bangalore and to visit my grandparents, and she would take me away to her house. And I have seen the dedication, with which every day she would go to hospital, beautifully dressed. Twice a day she would change, and she would pray to God before going, for to see any of her patients. So that spirituality that she mentioned was very, very much part of her life. And she would every day come back, have wonderful stories to say about all her patients. And also, growing up, really truly blessed to have been so close to her. And as Vivek mentioned, Vivek is my cousin. I mean, he's more like my own brother. I too spoke to her yesterday, and she was, all preparing. So amazing drive, amazing dedication. And she's like a young girl. I mean, even today, I think she can, run up stairs faster than me. I'm just about 53. And I think it's yoga, the spirituality, her, striving to excellence, which are the, qualities which have shaped her. And, that's what Dr. Shama is all about. So thank you very much. I mean, I enjoyed being part of this session, and I think it's thanks to this virtual, conferences that we are all able to take part, though we are so far away. And thank you for, I think, fantastic moderation by you, Dr. Shubha. You share the same name as me, and it was wonderful
Yes,
to
I
hear
do.
Vivek also. So thank you,
Yeah.
and my best wishes to Shama Auntie for her forthcoming birthday.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shubha.
Thank you.
Yeah, as Madam, we've come to know now that your birthday is coming up next week, and all of us, with total love and dedication, wish you the very best. And we want to chant the Mrityunjaya mantra for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Prabha?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Your audio and video both are fine now.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And
Yeah,
may God bless you. And you must all become teachers.
Yeah, we will, Madam, we will chant the Mrityunjaya mantra. I will chant the Mrityunjaya mantra 3 times. And all of us, you can listen and you can chant in your mind. Those of you who are muted, please chant in your mind. Praying to the three-eyed Lord. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityurmukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityurmukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityurmukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Praying for good health, happiness always, and for you to be a source of inspiration, continued inspiration for all of us, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
On behalf of Yoga Bharati for this wonderful hour of insight. Wonderful hour of inspiration. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you, Raghuramji, for being there with us through this session, for guiding me, and for wishing all of us on behalf of Yoga Bharati. Thank you, one and all. And just before we leave and I chant the closing prayer, I would like to remind you that we are starting us from Yoga Bharati a session on Let Go, Shastri Ji's book Let Go. Raghuram Ji is starting a series of Jnana Saptaha from tomorrow. So those of you who have not registered, please do kindly register for this. And we will end the session with the closing prayer. And before I end the session with the closing prayer, I have a line that I want to tell all those who have logged in here today to listen to Shama Ma'am. The story of your life. I leave you with this thought. The story of your life. Will it be an inspiration to others? Think on this, ponder upon this, and make the necessary steps in the journey of your life. Thanking one and all, let's close the session with the closing prayer. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, Prabha has lost her connection, so she is not in the call. I once again thank Dr. Shama, Dr. Raghuramji, Shubha Didi, and all of you for attending the session. Thanks a lot. Please join us tomorrow for the Let's Go session. We are ending the call.